Hello, welcome to the Indie Ocean. This, though you wouldn't know it from this particular screen, is Diehard Dungeon. This has just been released on Xbox Live Indie Games today, so I haven't had chance to spend that much time with it, only about maybe an hour so far. But I wanted to put together a quick video, because this threatens to topple the fabled Cursed Loot as the definitive Xbox indie dungeon crawl. I'd need to play it more to be more emphatic about that, but it's definitely very promising at the moment. And this is the third release in the Xbox Indie Games Uprising III, an event designed to promote indie development talent on the Xbox. If you're wondering why I chose the You Died screen to start on, it's because when you start a new game you have to go through a little sort of tutorial section where you grab your sword and some other stuff, and it's not the most interesting thing to watch, so we'll plunge straight back into the action by retrying. Okay, here we go. You can see we've got our sword, and one of the acknowledged influences for this game, the developer Tricktale is quite open about, is The Legend of Zelda on the Super Nintendo, A Link to the Past, and you can definitely see some Zelda influences here, and they're apparent in various aspects of the game. If you've ever played that game, or indeed most of the other 2D Zeldas, you'll be able to pick out some similarities. But I don't mean that in a disparaging way. It's just that you can definitely see that Tricktale is familiar with Zelda and appreciates it. So anyway, we'll pop this chest open. We have chances for a prize here, so let's try and stop it on a number other than 0. Oh no, we got 0. We didn't get anything. Damnation. Okay, so moving on. This blue chest that's following us around, incidentally, is what we carry our treasure in. So money, jewels, that sort of stuff. And if the chest is at any point incapacitated, as in sometimes certain enemies will chase it around and stop it doing anything, then you won't be able to pick up treasure. Oh god, I'm on fire. You have to keep running around so it doesn't engulf you and cause you damage. So yeah, this is very Zelda influenced. But the other major influence on it... Oh my god, it's engulfed me! Get off! Oh, it made me drop my weapon as well. Sometimes when you take damage, you will actually drop your sword, which is obviously a serious problem. No, get off my chest, you little gits! No! No! Oh! Right, fire is a recurring problem in this game. Yeah, the other major influence on this, apart from Zelda, is definitely roguelikes. It has the whole randomly generated format, in which you crawl around a different procedurally generated layout of dungeon every time. Okay. So, let's chop through all this. And just move on as quickly as possible. This enemy might look familiar to someone who's played 2D Zeldas. I'm not going to be as thorough as I would usually be about destroying everything. Oh, another one of these. Yeah. Have we got this time? Something? Yes. Luck increase. Excellent. Yeah, I'm not going to be as thorough as I would usually be about destroying all the crates and things. I'll just grab the key as quickly as I can find it and move on. There it is. So, up here. I think it's up here. No, it's not up here. Damn it. Leave my chest alone! What's wrong with you things? Okay. Ugh, a load of treasure, but my chest's still being chased. Get off it! Okay, grab all this treasure and the key. Ah, there's the keyhole. Okay, oh, piss off, you. Okay, and pop the key in the keyhole and move on. And each room, you may have noticed, at least in my experience so far, is like this. You have to find a key and to unlock the exit and then move on to the next room. And you don't know where you're going. Ah, here's the other mini-game. You have to collect 100 of these flames without bumping your blue chest into the red chest. So you have kind of a Pac-Man thing going on here. And this is something that Diehard Dungeon throws in to mix up the dungeon crawling a bit, because sometimes a roguelike can become a bit of a trudge. So these mini-games serve to break it up a bit. But also Diehard Dungeon is definitely more action-like in terms of the way it functions, the way its combat works. It's definitely more of an action RPG game than most roguelikes are. So here we go and pick this up. Slash! Damage and range increased. On we go. Yeah, let's move through here. There seems to be a boss on each floor. I don't know if we'll get far enough to see this, but when you... Ooh, another chest. Did we get something good? Rage! So I think we get a, I believe, temporary damage increase. No, don't you dare start chasing after my chest. I won't stand for it. Okay, so we've opened the door. Get away. Get away. Yeah, I don't know if we'll get far enough to see this in this video, but when you move on to the next floor, you actually get a choice of paths, and the way it's presented reminded me of Castlevania III on the NES. So you, at least when I've done it, I could choose to go either upstairs or downstairs into, I think it was the sewer or the underground. So if you've played a lot of roguelikes, Diehard Dungeon actually offers a lot to sort of refresh you if you feel like maybe you've played too many roguelikes and they're getting a little stale. And if you haven't played roguelikes, this might be the place to go for it, because this is more action-y and more sort of accessible than even Cursed Loot is. Oh, it's boss time. Mr. Illusion. So he can affect your ability to move around if you get too close. And you get this projectile weapon. I was hoping we'd reach that point. Okay. So you can shoot that thing. And obviously that's essential for dealing with this boss. Just pop off some shots. He does get harder. Oh god, I don't know what that is. Some kind of creature that drops money everywhere. It actually frightens me with its money dropping. Go on. Take some shots to the face, you giant, stupid, jumping duck. And this guy gets smaller each time you hit him. Which again reminds me a bit of a Zelda boss somehow. And there we go, that's that. Killed on the first boss. This has been Diehard Dungeon, and I strongly recommend it for anyone who finds dungeon crawling remotely appealing. And if you've never dabbled in that, maybe this is the time to try. It's only 80 Microsoft points, and in terms of presentation, the way it controls, and just all-round attention to developing a good game, this stands quite apart from the majority of Xbox indie games, if I'm honest. And I think it stands shoulder to shoulder with Cursed Loot as the strongest dungeon crawls on the Xbox Indie channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you the next time with more game stuff. Almost certainly procedurally generated in some way. See you then.